like that. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Mustangs. That's the sound of freedom there. I tell you, an amazing aeroplane. And I have to say that that Berlin Express fighter is just so pretty and it flies so well. Next year, well, I don't know. I mean, all I can say is a great privilege. And Dan and Ed came out to see whether I was okay and just sort of apologizing to the team taking care of it.
We're going to continue our tradition here. We're going to get the Manhattan Dolls to sing the B-17 past.
In honor of the cruise, girls.
Gotta take a sentimental journey. Gotta set my heart at ease. Gotta make a sentimental journey to renew. Track that takes me back. Never thought my heart would be so yearning. Why did I decide to roam? Gotta take a sentimental journey. Sentimental journey home.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Manhattan Dolls and the Sally B together.
What a moment. The B-17 was the backbone of the strategic scenario of World War II in Europe and even in the Far East. And without these bombers and their brothers, B-24s, the Liberators, and the lightest was a big, huge airfield littered with B-17s like this one. And bombers over.
Very small bomber compared to the Lancaster, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was an older design. The Lancaster was not another generation, half a generation. There was one in France. I was privileged to fly it for a little while, and it's a big bag of aluminium filled with air. It reacts, it's kind of muscular, but at the same time it's a very gentle aircraft. And the crews who were flying it loved it really. And to be able today to keep this monster, 4 engines, systems, hydraulics, pneumatics, electricals.
Well, there's 2 stories here, and there's the story of the B-17, and there's the story of this B-17, which is good enough to fill a book. Ellie Sallingbo's struggle to keep it in the air, all the things, all the setbacks, the triumphs, the tears. That story is magnificent. It's a credit to her and her team to keep it going year after year after year. 42 years continuous display.
And still flying.
Still flying.
After most of the others are definitely locked into museums. Listen.
It's the only one in Europe.
Saturdays flown by Mr. Kuipers.
Very nicely too, very nice display.
Yeah, very gentle and very respectful at the same time. These old aircraft can be fighters or for strength. And operate more like airliners. In fact, the B-17 is nothing but an airliner, cargo liner carrying bombs instead of freight. From that, the third part of the story about the B-17 is that it made the fortune of Boeing. And because after the B-17, Boeing made the B-29, the Super Fortress. And from that were derived military, but also civilian aircraft. And today's 787, the Dreamliner, is a direct descendant of the B-17. Shows between the wing, the fuselage, the tail group, etc. And when you fly it, you find out that this is a proof of genius. Little moment of
nostalgia.
Yeah, recreating what anyone could see, anyone living in the area during the war, by a beautiful day, would see at the end of the day things like that. Bombers flying back, smoking, trailing smoke, and barely getting back to their base. And you don't have the feeling that there's so much wing on either side of it, and 4 engines, etc. You're nested into it, and it's a nice place to be. It's even a nicer place today where nobody is trying